and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, I'm Beth and I'm the gal behind this account. I am a personal branding photographer based in South London. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my why I became a photographer. And it's kind of an interesting one because I don't feel like I've just become a photographer. It wasn't like a quick fix thing for me. It was something that I've just always done from a young age. I remember my first camera. It was a little spy camera that was bought from a petrol station, and it took horrendously pixelated photographs. But I remember taking it into primary school, my last year of primary school, and just taking pictures of my friends and myself, and it's all kind of started from there really. I was probably about 10, 11 when I was kind of first introduced to cameras, and then as the kind of years went on, my cameras got upgraded, thankfully. So I had this nifty red Kodak that I just was in love with, and I took everywhere. On school trips, I used to do photo shoots with my friends, you know, do self-portraits. I mean, they weren't self-portraits, they were weird selfies. And they weren't weird, they were just badly photographed selfies. And then I think my parents kind of understood that I really loved having a camera. And as I got older, like I said, my cameras kind of developed a lot more. And when I got to about 16, I started taking my camera to like house parties and documenting the fun teenage antics that we all got up to as kids, that are, you know, funny reminders now looking back through the Facebook albums, which I'm sure will probably mortify some people. It is really hilarious. And it's memory making and it's documenting your life, and I truly feel that that's super important, because, you know, when you're old and grey, for me anyway, I want to be able to sit there with an album, with albums, multiple albums of my life, and be able to look at all the stories and all the things that I've done, all the places that I've been, all the things that I've seen. I want to be able to relive it through photographs, because you can't remember everything that you do, and by documenting it, it allows you to do that, and I think that's really special. So yeah, kind of moving on to really kind of why I made it my job. Like I said, it's kind of something that I've always done and that I've always been interested in. So for me it was a natural kind of progression, and I left school and I was working in a fancy dress shop, big up Party Superstores, and I was wondering about how I can make my goal, my dream of being a professional photographer a reality. And I was really unsure of how I was going to do that because I didn't do it as an A-level at school. I didn't go to university. I did an apprenticeship instead, which didn't last very long, but it wasn't in photography, that was in fashion. That's a whole other video. I was kind of stuck, I was in a bit of a limbo and I didn't really know what to do, but I just think the universe works in mysterious ways. I was kind of given a sign. Sounds so fucking cliche, but I was scrolling through Twitter one day, and I have a photography account which I don't ever use, so don't bother following me on it. But I was scrolling through Twitter one day and there was something that came up on my suggested to follow, and it was the Photography Show's account. If you don't know what the Photography Show is, it's basically this big exhibition that they host in Birmingham at the NEC every year in March. And it's basically where suppliers, photographers come together, and yeah, it's this big thing. They have talks and showcases, and you get to test out the kit and ask questions and go and talk to all these different brands, and it's a really great experience if you have never been. But you're interested in photography or you're a photographer, definitely go. Anyway, so it was their account that popped up to me, and so I clicked on it because I was like, oh, what's this? And at their top like pinned tweet was this competition that they were running in conjunction with Nikon and a training company called By Linea. and it was a competition, and it was called 60 Seconds to Change Your Life. And it was just, the title, I was like, okay, I'm enticed. What is this all about? And it was a competition for aspiring photographers who wanted to become pro. And it was basically a platform to help them do that. Yeah, so I entered and went through a series of challenges, and it kind of spanned over probably the course of about a month or two, like going back and forth, the emails, and I had to send them a video, and go through a series of challenges, and yeah, I got whittled down to the final 5 and got invited to the photography show, where the rest of the competition took place, and I ended up winning, you know, just casually. It was a pretty juicy prize fund, which included a training course with training by Linea, and obviously Nikon equipment, because they had also sponsored the competition. So I got equipment that I needed to be professional, training, and lots of other goodies that kind of helped me kickstart my career, essentially. So sometimes the universe just helps you out when you say to them, you know, I need some help, I don't know how I'm going to do this. The universe just helps you out, and I love that. I think that's magic. So yeah, and here we are. What are we? 4 years later. Not doing too bad. I'm very lucky. I'm very grateful, and I'm excited for the rest of my career, for the rest of this journey. So yeah, that's how I became a photographer, a professional. I'm not really that, I mean, I am professional. I'm just not your traditional professional. I'm definitely not corporate. No, I'm more fun. I like to think so anyway. I'm going to stop talking now because I'm just rambling. Okay, bye. Bye bye now. See you in my next video. Please watch it. Bye bye.